Namaste everyone, and welcome again from Bodhi Surf Yoga. I'm very excited about what we have today because I like to run, and this is a yoga for running practice. Now, it's very important to know that you don't have to be a runner to do this practice. This will actually contribute, this will help you with the practice as well, no matter what. But since I have so much love for running, I thought to create a nice short practice that we can enjoy. Now, one important thing, we all teachers, we teach from experience. And one of the things I have noticed is not a good idea to go running, especially if you're going on a long, intense run and then come into yoga. I feel that it's too much for the body to do that change. So this practice is not for you right after running. This practice is for you, let's say you went running in the morning, and then you can do this in the afternoon to release the tension out of the body. Now, normally when we hear yoga for runners, it's always, is it gonna be about hamstrings? Yes, of course, it's gonna have a little bit about hamstrings, but one important thing that we need to know about running is that the body gets really tight from the belly down, so we're gonna work on psoas muscle, hip flexors, hamstrings, and all that. But also the body can get a lot of tension on the neck and shoulders. We're gonna try to release that. And finally, there's other things that we as runners need. We need to keep a good core in order for us not to hurt the lower back or even the back as we run. And also, one of the things that I feel that has created great benefit on my running is the breath that I use for yoga. So we're gonna focus the attention a lot in the breath. So I hope you enjoy this practice. Now, I would like to begin with a long time of breathing, but we're gonna try to keep this practice short. So what you can do, if you really wanna sit down and work on the breath before you begin the practice, pause the video for a moment, sit down in Sukhasana, easy pose, comfortable pose. Close your eyes and start just feeling the breath in and the breath out. We're gonna do it just for a short period of time, and then we're gonna begin the physical practice. But feel welcome just to do it for a long time. It's really beneficial. Otherwise, just follow me now. So we're gonna just release the hands down, and let's join the index and thumb together. Elongate the spine and draw the chin in just slightly. Releasing the back of the head, releasing the palate. Relax the muscles in your face, especially on your forehead. Relax the muscles in your neck. And start connecting with your own breath. Inhaling. Exhaling. Stay here and notice the quality of the breath. We can tell a lot by the way we're breathing. So we want to relax the breath. Deep inhaling, deep exhaling. And notice that as you bring the awareness and attention on the breath, the rest of your thoughts melt away. Then the mind starts wandering once and again, then bring it back once and again. Try to memorize the pace of the breath and continue with it through the rest of the practice. On the next exhale, we're going to slowly open up the eyes and we're going to begin the practice. We're going to start by inhaling, bringing the arms up. Connect the shoulder blades together and relax the shoulders down. Feel those muscles hugging around the upper back. And as we exhale, we're going to bring the right hand down to the floor, bend the elbow a little bit, externally rotate the left shoulder and extend the left arm to the side. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, maybe relax a little bit more. Keep opening up that rib cage. And then inhale, come back with the arms up. Extend both arms. Keep the arms strong. And as you exhale, move to the second side. Bend the left elbow. Externally rotate that right shoulder. And keep reaching out with the fingertips on the right hand. Hold it here for a moment. Keep lifting the rib cage. Rolling the chest up. One last breath. Inhale, coming up. Arms to the sides. Exhale, we're gonna release and we're gonna step in table pose. Allow the knees to be in line with the hips, the wrists to be in line with the shoulders. Spread the fingers. Root your fingertips down into the floor, and let's begin moving up the spine 3 times. Inhale, drop the shoulder blades, lift the head up. Exhale, draw the belly in, tuck the chin in. 2 more. Press the hands down on the floor. Inhale, lift from the heart up to the top of the head. Exhale, roll the belly in. One last time, inhaling. And then exhale. Make it as deep as you can, and then bring the spine back to neutral space. Take the left leg back, press the toes down onto the floor, keep the back leg strong, and inhale, lift the leg up. Keep it there, try to keep the heel in line with your hips. And as you exhale, bend the knee and bring the knee to the side. Squeeze the side of the body. Inhale, take the leg back up. Let's repeat again. Exhale, knee to the side. One last time, inhale, leg goes back. Exhale, squeeze the knee to the side. Hold it there for a moment. And now take the leg back up. And release the pose. Let's move to the second side. I'm gonna just turn so you can see the pose. We're gonna take the feet back, toes into the floor, lift up the quadriceps, and inhale, lift the leg up. Hold it there, keep the hips neutral, draw the belly towards the spine, and as you exhale, bring the knee all the way to the side. Repeat, inhale, extending. Exhale. One more. Inhale up. Exhale back to the side. Squeeze in a little bit, hold it for a moment, and then take the leg back and bring the knee down to the floor. And now let's come back to the left leg. Extend the left leg back. Keep lifting up the quadriceps, drawing the belly in. Keep the spine long. Inhale, lift the leg up. Exhale, bring the knee towards the chest. Chin in. Repeat 2 more times. Inhaling, leg up. Exhale, knee in. One more time. Inhaling, leg back. Exhale, bring the knee in. Take the leg back up. Hold it there for a moment. Engage the muscles in your core so you find the stability. And if you want to, take the right arm up. Hold it there and stay with the breath. Last breath. Very good. Exhale. Take only the hand down. Take the knee down to the floor. Let's do the second side. Extend the right leg back. Toes pointing to the floor. Lift up, inhaling the back knee. Exhale, knee to the chest. Inhale, back up. Use the breath to extend the whole body. Exhale, knee to the chest. Squeeze the belly in. Last time, inhale. And exhale, knee goes back to the chest. Press the hands down to the floor. Separate the shoulder blades. Inhale, leg back up. Hold it there. Take the left arm up. Deep breathing. Concentrate on the breath. Exhale. Hand goes down to the floor. Knee goes down to the floor. And from here, we're gonna move into plank pose. So go ahead and curl the back toes under and step into plank. If it's too much for you, in order to maintain the core, you can hold it here. Otherwise, lift the knees up and hold it there. And we're gonna count. Inhale, 1. Roll the heels back and then move the head forward. 3, almost there. 4, and 5. And then press the hands down to the floor and slowly move the hips back, downward facing dog. Now, especially if we are runners, we might feel a tension on the lower back or on the back of the legs. So feel welcome to bend both of your knees and bring the chest all the way towards the thighs. If you feel comfortable, little by little, extend the legs. But try to keep the hips flat, your back flat. Keep rooting those hands down on the floor. Drawing the shoulder blades back towards the waistline. Lifting the tailbone back and up. And now inhale. Come again back to plank. Again, you can use the knees down to the floor or keep the legs up. Exhale. Roll back into downward dog. Repeat. Inhaling, rocking back into plank. Exhale, back into down dog. One more time. Inhale, back in plank. Exhale, back into down dog. And now we're gonna turn here into a Vinyasa. You can rest in child pose if this feels too much. You can put the knees into the floor as I'm gonna do the first time. Or you can repeat full Chaturanga Dandasana 3 times. So inhale, we're coming into high plank. Exhale, drop the knees down to the floor. Shoulder blades back, bend the elbows. Chin and chest down to the floor. Drop the belly. Inhale, come up to cobra pose. Exhale, drop the chest down and come back into down dog. Take a break right here. One breath. Let's repeat 2 more times. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, you can go in full Chaturanga. Inhale, roll the toes. Come into up dog. Exhale, roll the toes, down dog. Let's do it one last time. Inhale, roll back to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a moment here, breathe deeply. And from here, let's see if you can ground the left foot down to the floor. Inhale, take the right leg up and back. Keep the back leg strong, pulling your back. And as you exhale, bring the knee up to the chest, curve the back and come into plank. Inhale, take the leg back up. Exhale, bring the knee in, hold it there, and then step with the foot right between your hands. Drop the back knee down to the floor, release the back toes. Come on up into low lunge. Okay, And right here, we're gonna lift the belly up and then sink the pelvic floor down and hold it here. You can stay with your hands where you have them, right on your thighs, or you can take the arms up and keep breathing. Lifting from the belly up to the top of the head, drawing the chest down, to chest up, shoulder blades down. One last breath. As you exhale, you're gonna take the fingertips down to the floor and we're gonna start pulling the hips back. We're gonna come into a half a split. You can stay right here, maybe lift the toes away from the floor and extend the spine. Hold it there. And before you come into a forward bend, try to actually keep extending the spine forward. Drawing the shoulder blades back, grounding those fingertips. Bringing that right hip back. Take one last breath here. Then as we exhale, we're gonna ground the foot back down. Press the hands down to the floor. Curl the back toes under. Lift the back knee and step back into down dog. Let's do the second side. Inhale, take that left leg up. Keep the hips in the same line. Keep pulling that leg back. Exhale, knee to the chest, lower to plank. Let's try it again. Inhale, swing the leg back. And as we exhale, knee to the chest, hold it here and step with the foot right between your hands. Drop the back knee down to the floor, release the back toes. Coming up again into the lunge pose. Coming up a little bit, bring the belly up, hollow that belly, and as you exhale, drop the pelvic floor down. Hold it here if you want to, or take the arms up. Again, lift from the belly up to the top of the head. Take one last breath. Extend those arms. And as you exhale, ground the fingertips down and start pulling the hips back, coming to a half a split. Lift up the toes away from the floor and pull that left hip back. Extend the spine, hold the belly, and as you exhale, come into a forward bend. Try to pay more attention to the forward bend as instead of dropping the head down. Relax the muscles in your abdomen. Take one last breath. Then drop the feet back down to the floor. Curl the back toes under. Lift the back knee away from the floor. Hands flat. Back to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Down dog. Try to gaze at the belly, maybe so the head is soft. You can actually move the head a little bit. Lift up that tailbone. Elongate the back of the legs. And we're gonna repeat and change it a little bit. So when you're ready, you are gonna inhale and you're gonna take the right leg up. Keep the back leg strong. Exhale, bring the knee all the way to the chest. Come back into plank. Inhale, you're gonna take the leg back up. Let's play a little bit. As you exhale, you're gonna come back to plank and you're gonna bring the right knee towards the right armpit. Inhale, you're gonna take the leg back. And as you exhale, you're gonna step with the right foot between the hands. Option to bring the knee down to the floor, or this time you can keep the knee up. Coming up again into high lunge. Bend the back knee, lower the pelvic floor down, and then extend the back leg. Stay here or take the arms up. And then as we exhale, we're going to take the fingertips down to the floor and extend the front leg. Extend the spine, inhaling. Exhale, relax for a moment. Hold it there if you want, or lift the toes away from the floor and keep breathing. You don't have to bring the back heel down on the floor. Now press the feet down to the floor. Press your hands down and step back into downward facing dog. And then let's do second side. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, knee to the chest. Lower to plank. Inhale, the leg goes back up. Exhale, knee to the armpit. Inhale, leg goes back up. Exhale, step with the left foot right between the hands. Keep the back knee away from the floor. Again, hands can be on the quadricep, or you can lift the arms up. Go ahead and bend the back knee. Lower the hips if you can, and then extend the back leg. Hold it here and breathe. Last breath, soften the muscles in your face. Smile in the pose. And as you exhale, take the fingertips grounded and start extending the front leg. Go as far as you can. If you're not reaching the floor, you can actually look for blocks or anything where you can hold the hands or even grab the chin. If your fingertips are reaching to the floor, go ahead and draw the left hip back, extend the spine, and rest here. Last breath. Now press the front foot down to the floor. Hands grounded on the floor, and come back into Danda. And we're gonna do one last Vinyasa to move down on the floor. Inhale, step in plank pose. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, roll the toes. Coming up into up dog. And exhale, down dog. And let's bring the knees down to the floor. Let's extend the legs up to the front. And we're gonna do Paschimottanasana. Walk the sit bones back. Okay, you can even move them with your hands. Move them back so you feel the pelvic floor grounded. Then start elongating the spine to the front. Maybe reach with the hands forward. You can hold it here and that would be good. You can actually go to Paschimottanasana. Grab the big toes using the first 3 fingers. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, come all the way down. And again, make an effort to elongate the spine. Imagine the belly reaching towards the knees. Relax the back of the neck. Relax the abdominal muscles as you breathe in and out. Then as you inhale, you're gonna extend the spine again. As we exhale, we're gonna release the pose and we're gonna move into Baddha Konasana. Bring the sole of the feet together. And this pose, you can actually look for a pillow, sit on something that gives you a little bit of height so you can feel more comfortable. Otherwise, we're just gonna come here on a forward bend. We're not gonna grab the feet, and we're gonna extend the spine and hold it here. Drop the head if you want to, and just hold it here. And notice the tension out of the body. If you feel tension in your hips, around the hips, and your inner thighs, just make sure you're dropping the tension out of the body, dropping the head. Take a last breath here. Don't put too much tension on this pose. Stay with the breath. And then slowly release the pose. Okay. And we're gonna come with the knees together. 2 variations. We're gonna hold Navasana. You can hold it here, keep the back straight, or you can come up. And we can hold it here, and we're gonna breathe up to 5 breaths. Inhale 1. If you feel comfortable extending the legs, go ahead and extend the legs. 2. You might be shaky. I am a little bit shaky right now. Extend the spine, shoulder blades back. It's the energy of the body waking up. 4. Last one. 5. Release the pose. Feet down on the floor. And vertebra by vertebra, move down to the spine, to the floor. And then once you're on the floor, you're gonna hug your legs. So bring the knees up to the chest and hug your legs. Rock to the sides. Massaging your back. And before we begin Shavasana, and you can stay in Shavasana as long as you want to, you're gonna drop the arms to the sides, and this is a good practice for all runners. We're gonna take the legs up. You can do this right like this, or you can do it against the wall. And if you're doing it against the wall, you can stay there for as long as you want. 5 minutes is a good amount. Otherwise, hold it here, close your eyes. And even if you're on the wall, you can hold it there for 1-2 minutes, and later on you can try to open the legs to the sides. You can keep the legs up. You can play with it for a little. And then bend the knees and slowly take your feet down to the floor. Release the legs down. Separate the legs so the skin is not touching. Lift the shoulders away from the ears and relax the shoulders down. The arms slightly away from the body. Close your eyes and enjoy your Shavasana. Namaste, everyone.